Okay, they go on to talk about transit operating environment and stress. Now, the transit industry is particularly suited to studying potential absence effects of the work environment. The operating environment that transit operators face is stressful and fatiguing, the negative health effects of which are well documented. Okay, there's lots of studies that prove this. As Garnell and others explain, operators are expected to drive safely, stay on schedule, and provide friendly customer service, even though these expectations are often in conflict. Let's repeat this, because this is important. As Garnell et al. Study in 1982, cited in Grainer et al. Study in 1998, explain, operators are expected to drive safely, stay on schedule, and provide friendly customer service, even though these expectations are often in conflict. Stress reactions from conflicts can contribute to short-term voluntary absence, as well as long-term illness. Gardell and others reported that traffic congestion, difficult passengers, and running behind schedule are associated with physiological stress reactions, such as elevated blood pressure. Evans and others, 1999, further established the link between operating conditions and driver stress, using quasi-experimental before and after design in Stockholm, Sweden. They found that bus operators whose routes were treated to reduce difficult situations, e.g. adding bus-only lanes, automating stop announcements, moving stops to curb outs, and eliminating difficult turns, showed significant declines in stress relative to operators on similar untreated routes. Studies relating to job stress directly with short-term absences to date are disappointing. Long and Perry reviewed several international studies that found transit operators were more likely than administrative workers to be absent for stress-related psychosomatic illness. While the studies are consistent with the hypothesis that stressful working conditions create increased absence, there are too many other potential differences between the comparison groups to draw meaningful conclusions. Well, okay. Grinnell observed San Francisco Muni operators, working environments, and manually coded 3 types of stress measures: time barriers, break time, and schedule pressure. Operators in the highest of the 3 barrier groups were found to have the highest incidence of sickness absence after controlling for age, sex, tenure, and vehicle type. The 2 other stress measures were not significant. The broad definition for each stressor category made interpretation difficult. For example, the time barrier category consisted of 31 unique codings ranging from missed relief to unruly passengers of various malfunctions. Conradi of 2005 found that San Francisco Muni operators who reported having missed out, last-minute failures to report in the past year, also reported more frequent and severe stresses on the job. It's interesting because I just posted a video on my blog about Muni and some of the stuff that they're putting on. Every time I go to San Francisco, I love to ride Muni because I realize what a great job I have here. However, there's no way to distinguish whether operators with missouts experience different working conditions or merely they're more affected by similar. Lastly, management and labor do not agree on the contribution of operating conditions and work assignments to absence frequently. For example, in a survey of 36 transit agencies, managers did not identify stressful working conditions as being among the primary causes of operator absence. Now that's important. In other words, management doesn't get it. That's what this study was commissioned by Trimet is telling them right here, that you don't get it. Or management doesn't get it. I don't know whether, well, you know what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, they don't get it. They don't see that. Especially managers that have never done this position. And we have a lot of managers here that haven't done this position, okay, that have never been bus operators. Alternatively, in operator focus groups, tight schedules, malfunctioning equipment, and difficult or threatening passengers were cited as key reasons for needing to take the day off. These findings correspond with earlier operator surveys, which found United Kingdom public transit operators were more likely than other blue-collar workers to cite fatigue or just wanting a break from the job as a key reason for absence.